Hello everyone, welcome to Cartooning with Mr. Francis. My name is Mr. Francis and I'm excited to do a cartoon workshop with all of you. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for getting your pencil and your paper and your eraser ready. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. It's a bit of a quiet St. Patrick's Day, but I hope everyone is warm and comfy in their homes and enjoying a little bit of Irish. So, before I start, I want to say happy birthday to two students at Alexander's Public School. I want to say happy birthday to Caius and Aliana. So I hope you have a great day today, and I hope you are watching, and I hope you are tuning in to participate in this cartoon workshop. I'm excited. Let's get started, and we'll do some cartooning. Okay, so before we actually start drawing, I promised my kids that I would share some jokes that they wanted to tell you because it is St. Patrick's Day. So here is the first joke. Okay, go.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Irish. Irish who? I wish you happy St. Patrick's Day.
Hope you got that. Ha ha ha. And here is the second joke. Okay, go.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
All right, you can tell us your joke.
When does the leprechaun cross the road? I don't know. When it is green. Right.
I don't know if we saw the first joke fully, but anyway. Before we start drawing, I do want to show you guys something very important. I want to show you a little short video clip about holding a pencil and about drawing circles. Now I know Mr. Swanson just sent me a text a little while ago and his daughter was practicing drawing circles, which is great because drawing circles is not easy to do. So let's put on this little video about using your pencil. It's about 5 minutes long, but I want all of you to be holding your pencil. I want your paper ready, and I want you to practice some of these little tips I'm going to give you before we get started with our actual cartoon character that we're going to draw. Okay, so I want to spend a couple minutes talking about how we hold our pencil. A lot of young artists like to draw dark. So when they are, working on their picture, they will create hard drawing lines, which unfortunately means when you want to erase some of your construction lines, you can still see. So one thing I need you guys to be doing is to be drawing light. Okay, so I want you with your pencil to practice drawing lightly. Okay, so that you're not putting a lot of weight down. You can draw dark when you are doing your final lines. Okay, so that's one thing I want you to be aware of. The other one is holding your pencil. When you are drawing small circles, so I want you right now to draw some small circles. Have a look. I am going to create a small circle. I'll zoom in a little bit here. I'm going to create a small circle. And notice that when I'm drawing this small circle, I'll zoom back out, really all that is moving is my fingers, or are my fingers. So it's just my fingers that are moving. Okay, and what I've done is I've placed this part, it's kind of like the fulcrum. I've placed this, I've anchored it down so that it's just my fingers. So I've got some stability on my arm. Okay, so I've got weight on my hand and I'm able to just have control. The point is to have control of my finger. Well, my hand actually. Okay, so that's the key. So you're just using your fingers when you are doing small drawings or objects, okay? When you're doing medium size, you're gonna actually start using your wrist, all right? So your wrist actually starts moving. So when I draw, when I draw this size of a circle, it's now more like my wrist. So you observe, what do you notice? My wrist is moving, my fingers are moving a little bit, but not as much, and I'm really making sure I have control. Back to the small one, my wrist isn't moving, it's just my fingers. When I'm doing the bigger circle, it's my wrist. So really, where am I anchoring? Where am I able to anchor? I have to use my elbow to kind of anchor, and my wrist kind of anchors. So really practice drawing those circles. I want you to draw small circles, and I want you to draw medium-sized circles focusing on your wrist, okay? And your fingers do a little bit of movement, okay? So there's a little bit of movement with your fingers, but not as much, okay? And again, we are drawing lightly. Now when we are doing bigger circles, we are going to actually be using our elbow and our shoulder. Our shoulder might actually be doing some movement as well. So I can actually see my shoulder is moving. So right here you see that it's my shoulder, my elbow, and I've got to really focus on that. Okay, so when I draw this larger circle, so I'll start kind of focusing on this larger circle. And as I'm drawing this larger circle, I'm hoping you'll see that it's my shoulder that has to do the moving. So this takes a lot more focus. So it's very difficult for a lot of young artists to draw big. Okay, so my shoulder, my elbow is moving, and have a look. See if my fingers are moving. When I'm drawing like this, my fingers are not moving at all. Do you notice that? It's just my elbow and my shoulders. And my wrist. Do you see my wrist moving? My wrist is not moving either. Okay, so this becomes very steady. This is all the same. It's up here that's doing the moving. When I come down to here, it's my wrist that does the moving and my fingers very little. My elbow is anchored. And then, of course, when I'm doing it here, it's just my fingers. Okay, so those are some big tips when you're drawing your shapes.
What?
Okay, so I hope that helped. I hope you were able to practice while you were watching the video. Holding the pencil is really important. And when I do cartoons, I like to draw using shapes. Now, a lot of young artists like to outline their pictures. So they'll look at a picture of, say, something on a computer screen or in a book, and they will draw the outlines. Raise your hand if that's you. It's okay, and that's great. But sometimes outlining has some challenges. So really quickly, here's something about outlining that I think you should watch. Okay, so we're going to start with a very basic picture because there are some young children watching who are, beginners, and that's okay. And there's some students who are maybe a little bit more skilled with their pencil. So it's probably best to start with a really basic picture. And what I notice a lot of students do is when they draw their picture, they will often draw outlines. So they'll be drawing a picture of, say, a face, but they'll just draw the outline, which unfortunately isn't always good. So here's what I mean by that. Let's say I was to draw the side of somebody's face. So I would start with just drawing the hair, and I'd be focusing on making sure the hair looks great, and I'd be then noticing that the person's forehead is coming down next, and then I have the nose, and then I have the mouth, and then I have the chin, and then I have and then they start drawing the ear, and then so what they're doing, and this is what you probably do as well, is you're just looking at the outline of the picture. And then you'll draw the rest of the hair, and perhaps you'll draw the eye, and you'll fix it up. And it doesn't look bad. I mean, it's an okay drawing. And then you'll continue to draw the outlines. But what happens is when you draw like this, I'm going to erase it, sometimes your drawing gets a little bit odd looking. It gets almost disproportionate, which means it doesn't look even. It doesn't look right. So say you were drawing a person's head and you were drawing their hair. So I'll do it again. And you were drawing the nose, and you're drawing the mouth, and you got the chin, and then you're drawing the ears. And everything is going great because you've been following the outlines. And you're really happy with your drawing. But next thing you know, you are, and you're drawing the hands, your picture suddenly looks disproportionate. Oops! What happened to the feet? Well, it kind of looks cool. It's a cool looking cartoon, but that might not have been what the picture was supposed to look like because I was focusing on the outline. So what we're going to do is we are going to work on drawing our pictures using shapes. So are you ready for it? Let's start drawing pictures using shapes.
What?
Okay, so a lot of videos you've just watched before we've even started the cartoon workshop. But again, I hope that helps. And I have to tell you, please don't get frustrated. I'll say this lots in this video. Don't get frustrated. Your picture doesn't have to look like my picture. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to draw our first cartoon picture. I had recorded this yesterday, and I had Ryan and Aubrey, two of my kids, join me. And it helped me see some of the struggles that they had as we drew this cartoon face. So here's the cartoon face. Hi everyone, welcome to Cartooning with Mr. Francis, and we are going to draw a cartoon face today. And what I want to do is, instead of drawing a cartoon monster blob that I talked about, I want to start with a really basic face. And the reason is because when I was drawing some cartoons earlier with Ryan and Aubrey and Wesley, I noticed that we were having some trouble drawing the basic shapes because their fine motor skills are simply not developed enough yet. So it's pretty tough. So what did we do? We decided to use something else. What did we do, guys? We used a lid, and you used this toy shape, right? Cylinder, to help you draw your circles, right, guys? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a circle, which will be the head of our cartoon face. So there's the circle. And Ryan and Aubrey are going to try their best to draw as lightly as they can. And it's not easy drawing lightly, is it, guys? No, it's not easy drawing lightly.
But I guess to the dark.
Okay. So, so it's okay that you drew a dark circle, but you're going to draw as lightly as you can.
Yes.
From now on. Okay. All right. So what I also want to do is I want to draw a guideline for myself. So what I mean by that is I'm going to draw the center of the face. And I don't think you guys, if you're too young, what I mean by that is if you are having trouble drawing lightly, then please don't draw that center of the face. My friend Ryan here drew the lines in the center of the face, and it was a bit dark, right, Ryan? Yeah. So instead, maybe for the younger kids, you don't need to draw this guiding line.
Well, I did.
But you guys did, but you did it lightly, didn't you, Aubrey? So Aubrey did hers quite lightly. So there's Aubrey's there. So not bad, Aubrey. You did that quite lightly. So good to see. But if you have trouble, don't draw those lines. Okay. So I'm going to draw the eye on one side of the line and the eye on the other side of the line. By the way, what are those lines? That's the center of the face because my character is looking straight on, and that's the center of the face. And I've got the eyes, the line for the eyes. Actually, what I did in this case is I made the center line for the nose. But you guys can do that however you want. So there's my center line for the nose. That helps me know where the nose is going to be. Some people do it differently. Okay, so there's my eyes. At this point, it looks like a bowling ball.
Mine looks like a egg.
Okay, and I got more circles. See how important it is to draw circles?
Yeah.
So I've got more circles here I'm drawing. And for those who want to try a neat little effect, can I suggest that you just watch this first before you draw it? This is a neat little effect. If I go really dark here, what I can do, actually let me just fix that a little bit. I shaded this a little bit too lightly, or too dark. So I'm going to just shade this a bit lighter, and I'm going to draw this part darker, and I'm going to draw this neat little effect.
Can't do that.
That's pretty hard to do. What I've actually been doing when I'm drawing is, if I show you with my camera, is when I'm drawing this, I have my hand firmly on the page. And I'm trying to just like, and this is something that maybe Ryan and Aubrey, you guys can try, is you want to just have, when you draw your circle, have nothing else move. My arm doesn't move, it's just my fingers that are moving. I'm trying very carefully just to move my fingers.
Yeah, so hard.
That's not easy to do, is it? Okay, so let's, I'm going to just tweak my eyes a bit. And what I want to do is make sure that I'm really happy with the shapes. Ryan and Aubrey are just sitting back because they're like, yep, I'm happy. My shape's good. You guys happy with your shapes?
Yes.
Okay. I'm glad. I'm always, maybe because I'm a little bit older, just a little bit, I'm just making sure that I really like the lines that I've drawn. I'm going to go over this later and darken it anyway. But I'm just,
older.
Anyway.
Like 40 young. 50.
What? Okay, so there's my eyes. I'm going to draw some eyebrows. There's some eyebrows. And I'm going to draw another eyebrow. Can you guys try to draw these
Oh, I
eyebrows?
don't even have
That's okay. Then you can draw your eyebrows a bit lower.
room.
That's okay. No worries.
Well, like, I only have room to do it under my eyeball.
But then you don't need to. Then don't worry about it. It's okay. No worries. All right. Next, what we want to draw is we want to draw a little cute mouth. So I'm going to draw on either side what I'm drawing here is I'm drawing like these lines here.
Yeah.
Right? So really lightly. Really lightly. And then I'm going to join it.
Oh, no.
That's good. You did a good job. Okay.
Oh, mine looks perfect.
Looks perfect.
Mine looks perfect too.
Good job. Okay. What I want to do now is a little chin. So this is where you're going to have to... Oh, you've done a chin already, Aubrey. We're going to carve a chin in. But watch what I'm going to do. This is going to be tough. Can you guys get your erasers? Where's your erasers? We're going to need our erasers because what we're going to do is we're going to do some molding. And this is one thing I'm always going to try to suggest you try. Even though you might be, new at drawing.
How do you do that?
You're going to just erase part of the chin because what I want to do is I want to like sculpt. I'm doing some sculpting. Like as if I had Play-Doh, right? This was my
really easy.
This is just a quick little plasticine thing I just was putting together a minute ago. It's plasticine. It's a monster blob, Play-Doh, and to make it, you have to mold it. You have to, like for example, I'm going to take it apart. Is I'm going to like what we've done right now is we've made the head of our character, correct?
Yeah.
And what we're doing is we've then made the eyes. We figured out where the center was, and we've made the eyes of our character, correct?
Yeah.
And then we've made the nose, which I would probably get some plasticine and carve, but we made the nose of our character, correct?
Yeah.
And then we've made the mouth of our character, correct?
Yeah.
But what we're needing to do is we're needing to kind of mold it and sculpt it a little bit so that it looks more like a person's face. So I'm going to mold the chin, right? And then I'm going to start shaping it. And that's what I need you guys to start doing with your drawing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like, do you put it on like a...
Yeah, just exactly. See what I've got up there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to do that with the sides of the face a little bit. So I'm going to get my eraser, and I'm going to lightly erase here. This is going to be hard, guys. I'm going to lightly erase the sides of the face. And I'm going to do, and look at this, it's a little indent. That's really tricky. And if you have trouble doing that, don't do it. But you see how I have it going in a little bit like that?
Yeah.
This is my little arrow. Don't draw the arrow. But see how I've got that little indent? I'm going to do the same on the other side. Here, you can borrow mine.
I can do that.
You can try that. The reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going to try the other side too. And again, your picture's not going to look perfect. You're going to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes drawing this. And I'm going to just make sure I'm going to look. Does it look even on both sides? No, this side looks a little higher. So I'm going to make this side a little higher to match it up. I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to eyeball it. And you guys are going to do the same thing. And you're going to just really make the sides, work. Now, Aubrey has indented hers quite a lot. Don't do the arrow, Aubrey.
Okay.
So what Aubrey's done is she's done this. Have you guys done this at home where you indented it too much? Where is it, right? You've indented it too much. You don't want to indent it too much. And the reason being, and that's okay, is because our faces don't go in that much, right? Look at me, Aubrey. What we have is our cheeks kind of stick out. And there's like, if I go at an angle like this, see how it goes in here? See how it goes in here? That's what I'm drawing with this. I'm having it go in just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ryan, did you manage to do it? So yours, again, this is maybe what kids are doing at home, is they've indented it a bit too much. You don't need to. So have a look. So what you've done, Ryan, is you've done this. You've gone like that. That's too much. Okay, so don't go so much in. you want to. Let me get rid of those arrows
It's
so
like
that kids don't draw them.
It looks like a huge bite inside it.
Yeah, you don't want it to look like someone's taking a bite out of your face, right? Okay, so what I've done, did you guys see how it looks a bit more like a person now with the indents? These are the cheekbones. Right there is a cheek bone, or just a cheek, but it's the cheekbone. Okay? All right, now ears. We need our character to have ears. So we're going to have a little ear here.
It looks hard. It looks like I have a
If it's hard, what you can do is you can just have,
looks like a monkey.
it kind of looks like a question mark.
Heart. A half
That's
of a
pretty
heart.
good. That's pretty good. Guys, that looks great. And I have to say, my 6-year-olds, they're drawing what they think it looks like. So they're looking at my picture, and they're drawing what they think it looks like. Ryan, can I show yours? So Ryan is drawing this, and that's fine. Like, his ears look different than mine. Does it matter? No. Ryan looks awesome, buddy. Looks awesome.
I lied.
Okay, don't forget to draw lightly, Aubrey. And what I'm doing is I'm looking to see if it looks even on both sides. I'm like, does it look like the same on, do the ears look the same on both sides? Because our ears, I don't have one ear that's all wonky and weird. They're kind of the same on both sides. Most of us have it the same on both sides. All right. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good? Okay.
You can't really see me.
There you are. All right. Let's do the insides of the ears. So this is tricky, Ryan, but watch this.
I did a little dot.
You did a little dot. I'm going to do a backwards letter H. That's curvy. And on the other side, I'm going to do a forwards letter H. That's curvy. Here we go.
Wow.
Cool, eh?
A backward. I couldn't really do that.
That's okay.
It's like that. Like that? It actually really looks like a person.
It does look like a person.
Yeah.
Looks like a baby. Yeah.
A baby.
Okay. Do you know what else I can do? Is because we have the cheekbones, again, only if you're, confident, I'm going to, with the eyes, look what I'm doing. I'm going to have the cheekbones
Like
kind of come up a little bit. Kind of makes it look like the cheeks are a little chubbier.
Chubby,
A
yeah,
little
chubby,
fuller.
chubby.
I like the word fuller.
Yeah.
There we go. Cute, eh? So, when we draw the hair, you guys could draw your own hair. I'm going to make mine into a girl, but you can make it into a boy.
I'm going to make mine bald. Mine's going to be a bun.
Okay. So I'm going to draw
Mine's bald.
Yours is bald. Okay. So I'm going to draw some bangs or hair coming down like this on this side. And I want to show you this really quick.
Oh, yeah, that looks actually kind of good.
So what I'm drawing when I'm drawing the those lines that you just saw is I'm anchoring my hand. So I'm making sure that my hand is anchored. And what I actually could do, and you can do this with your paper, is you turn your paper upside down. And to draw that is you anchor your wrist and you simply allow your hand to make like a partial circle.
Well, that doesn't really look like hair.
It doesn't look like hair yet. But what I'm doing is I'm showing the kids, the artists, how to maybe anchor their hand. It's like a pivot point. The fulcrum
really
almost. Okay, so
I can do it for you.
let's.
No, mine's not going to be a girl. Mine's going to be a boy, but it's not really
Okay.
a boy hair.
All right, so I've got the hair started, and I'm anchoring my hand. I'm going to draw the other side, maybe not quite as low down, and I'm going to draw the top part of the hair.
That actually kind of looks like Aubrey's. Yeah, it looks like me.
Does it look like you, Aubrey?
Yeah, very much. I have bangs, but I'm going to get it. I have way too long.
I'm smudging it a little bit. You guys can do that. So you guys are drawing. Oh my goodness! You guys are drawing some crazy hair. Love it. Love it.
Mine's kind of.
Ryan, show yours. Bring it over here. What have you done? It's like a punk rocker. Awesome, buddy. Nice. Let's see. Nice. Nice. Looks good. Okay. All right. My guy.
That kind of looks like that.
Okay. I'm going to finish drawing the hair. Okay. And I'm going to draw some strands coming down.
Oh, that earrings.
No, they don't actually. No, they're not earrings. They're just like strands coming down. I could draw earrings.
That's what I draw.
Remember, Ryan, you talked about earrings? So there's one earring.
I have earrings. Oh, no, you don't, Aubrey. If I do, look
So
at that.
you'll notice, okay, guys, just go back and have a seat if you could. You'll notice that with my picture, I've got my darker outlines that I need to kind of erase. So I'm getting rid of some of those outlines. And I need like a little bun. So Aubrey, sometimes you have your hair in a bun, don't you?
Yes.
So I'm going to put this one off to the side like this. And
like I make little lines on it.
yeah, and so I'm going to have these lines here show that where the hair is coming from. And your hair, Aubrey, when I look at you, you got like, you know, you've got bits of hair going all over the place, right? So that's okay. That's okay. So that's why I'm drawing with my character. I'm having bits of hair kind of going all over the place.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it like that.
And I'm going to draw like a little tiny neck.
That's what I was doing.
That's what you were doing?
That's my bits of hair.
And I'm drawing a neck.
His hair.
So don't forget the neck, Ryan. Don't forget the neck.
Oh, I did my neck.
And there's your neck. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and I can get rid of that line in the center. I don't need that line anymore, do I? So get rid of the line in the center.
I can't erase it. I can't erase it.
Can't erase it?
Smile.
So this is why I wanted to draw this picture first. Because you'll notice when I show the monster blob picture, there's a lot more sculpting. And it's a bit challenging. So mom and dad, you might need to be close by just to help them with some of the shapes. The one thing I don't want to see, and I really want to avoid this, is tears. I don't want you guys to get frustrated, and I don't want you to say, my picture doesn't look like the picture that Mr. Francis is drawing. It's not supposed to. Your picture is supposed to be your own, and my drawing is just to help you create your picture. So I was just holding your hand a little bit, but it's not supposed to look exactly like mine. It doesn't have to look exactly like mine. Okay, so really important that you also practice. One thing that I've noticed is if you draw this picture again, if you draw this cartoon picture again, what you're going to notice is you're going to notice that you'll improve automatically. In fact, I challenge you to draw that cartoon a second time, and you're going to suddenly have the skills already. You're going to remember where to put the eyes, remember where to put the eyebrows, how to draw those ears, and you will improve. So that's it for this cartoon workshop. I will certainly get you set up for another one soon. We're going to do the monster blob next, which is fun, but again, it's a bit more challenging. It wasn't supposed to be, but it's a bit more challenging. Ryan and Aubrey, your pictures look fantastic.
That's a funny one.
Yours is a funny one. What I want you guys to do at home is I want you to, when you have finished your picture, is I want you to share it with me. I'll probably say this more than once. I want you to share your pictures on Facebook in the post. Aubrey, you want to show your picture, don't you? Nicely done. Good job.
It's supposed to be funny.
Nice. Okay, so I'll leave that up on the screen for a minute so you guys can have a look at it. And I will see you guys. Sorry, I will see you guys next time.
Can you see it? Wait, do you need nostrils? Yeah, I need it.
Hey, say bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, so I cannot wait to see your drawings. Curious to know what you did with the hair. So I had Ryan and Aubrey actually join me for the last little part here. And you guys decided to draw some interesting pictures. Aubrey, who did you draw here? Who's this?
Miss Dawn.
So this is, apparently this is the principal at the school I work at. And that's a pretty good drawing. Well done, Aubrey. And then Ryan, you decided to use my iPad and you drew, who's this? Anybody?
Yeah, any girl.
Any girl. Good job, Ryan. Well done. And Wesley, you just did some scribbles. That's okay. Well done.
I want to do this.
Okay. Anyway, we are about to end, and I want to give you just some important information. First of all, a message from Ryan, Aubrey, and Wesley.
Happy St. Patrick's Day!
And this is an important one. I really hope there were not any tears. And I think I might have said this in one of my clips, because your picture doesn't have to look like my picture. As you can see, Ryan and Aubrey drew something like my picture, right? It was similar to my picture, but it wasn't exactly like my picture.
Yeah.
And in fact, be confident with your own picture. In fact, here's a message from Wesley.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
You can.
You can who?
You can do it.
Well done, Wesley. Well said. So I'm thinking I'm going to do another cartoon workshop on Thursday at the exact same time at 11:30. And you can get a little schedule on my website at francisart.com. And there I will post my schedule, or I'll put it on Facebook. But what I want to see from you, all my artists, could you share your drawing on your mom or dad's Facebook page and post it in my post? Your parents will know what I'm talking about. When I posted that we were going to have a cartoon workshop, I advertised it on Facebook. So parents, if you could post their artwork, we can share it and we can see what everybody has done. So I can't wait to see your artwork, and I will see you. I think that's it. Nothing else I really want to say. So I will see you guys on Thursday. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of your St. Patrick's Day, and I will see you on Thursday. Sorry, I'm just trying to find my ending video. Here we go. Bye.